In the early 1980s, a shadow fell over King County, Washington. Young women, many of them vulnerable and living on the fringes of society, began to disappear. Their bodies would later be found in and around the Green River, launching one of the most extensive and frustrating manhunts in American history. This is the story of the Green River Killer. The investigation began in the summer of 1982 when the first victims were discovered. Panic spread as the body count rose. A special task force was assembled, a group of dedicated detectives who would spend nearly 2 decades chasing a ghost. They had a suspect profile, a cunning, organized killer who knew the area intimately and targeted women he believed no one would miss. But for years, every lead went cold, and the killer seemed to vanish into thin air. One of the earliest suspects was a man named Gary Ridgway, a local truck painter with a seemingly ordinary life. He was questioned in 1984 and even passed a polygraph test. The police had their suspicions, but without concrete evidence, their hands were tied. Ridgway continued his quiet life, marrying, working, and attending church, all while concealing a horrific secret. He was hiding in plain sight, a wolf in sheep's clothing. As the number of his victims continued to grow, eventually reaching a staggering 49 confirmed, with suspicions of many more. The big break in the case didn't come from a confession or a witness. It came from a lab. In the late 1990s, advancements in DNA technology allowed investigators to re-examine old evidence. In 2001, a match was made. DNA samples collected from the victims years earlier were finally linked to one person, Gary Ridgway. The ghost that had haunted Washington for 20 years finally had a face. To avoid the death penalty, Ridgway made a deal. He agreed to confess to his crimes and lead investigators to the remains of his undiscovered victims. His confessions were chillingly detached. He spoke of his crimes with no remorse, explaining how he chose his victims and why he did what he did, offering a disturbing glimpse into the mind of a serial killer. He claimed he killed so many women he lost count. His cooperation brought a painful closure to some families, but the sheer scale of his evil left a permanent scar. The legacy of the Green River Killer is a haunting one. It's a story of loss, of lives cut tragically short, but it's also a testament to the relentless pursuit of justice. The detectives on the Green River Task Force never gave up, even when all hope seemed lost. Their dedication, combined with scientific innovation, finally unmasked the killer and brought an end to his reign of terror, reminding us that even in the darkest of cases, the truth can eventually be brought to light. Thanks for watching, and if you found this story compelling, please consider subscribing for more deep dives into historical cases.